In this video, I'm going to talk about the IELTS speaking, where I'll cover that what is the main objective of the speaking and on what basis they score you, what is the format of the exam, how do you prepare, and what are the tips and tricks of giving the speaking exam. Hello and welcome to my channel once again. My name is Samadrita, and as I mentioned in my last video where we spoke about the requirements of getting into a UK college, I said that I'll come up with a video with IELTS. Now IELTS is an English exam which is divided into 4 sections: speaking, listening, reading and writing. Particularly in this video, we're going to talk about the speaking exam, which is held 3 to 7 days before or after the main exam. So here by main exam I mean the reading, writing and listening exam, which is held in one single day in 3 hours. The duration of the speaking exam is not more than 15 to 20 minutes. So when you book an IELTS exam from their website, just remember that the date you are selecting is the date for your reading, writing and listening exam. So keep 3 to 5 days before and after the main exam free, so that when you get the notification from the website about the date of your speaking exam, it is convenient for you to attend it. And when you go to your speaking exam, there's just one document you need to carry, that's the passport. So IELTS speaking marks you from a band score of 0 to 9. When you are giving the speaking exam, they mark you on the basis of 5 specific objectives. First is pronunciation. So when you give the speaking test, make sure that your pronunciation is understandable and the examiner can understand the words you are saying. Don't use a fake accent. So when you are speaking, like when I gave my IELTS exam, this is the Indian accent which I used and I scored 7.5. So if you use a very fake accent, they will understand and might deduct marks. So after pronunciation, the second thing they check is your grammar. And by grammar I mean different kinds of tenses, different kind of sentences like simple or complex sentences. The next is your vocabulary. Try to use a wide range of vocabulary. You don't have to use hard vocabs, because if you try to do that, you might use it in wrong places. It's advisable that you use a wide range of vocabulary. The fourth thing is the length that you can speak on. So when you are asked a question, do not stop abruptly, do not give answers in yes or no. Speak 2 to 3 sentences on every question they ask, because they want to see how long you can talk on a particular topic. Your fluency. So when you are speaking, don't stammer too much. Give significant pauses so that you have time to think, and practice at home so that you can speak a little fluently and don't stammer much in the main exam, because there are many factors working there like your nervousness and stuff which may enable you to stammer sometimes. Next is the format of the exam. So this exam is not more than 15 to 20 minutes and is divided into 3 sections. So the first section is 4 minutes, the middle section is 2 to 3 minutes, 3 minutes, and the last section is again 4 to 5 minutes. The examiner will first ask you questions about yourself, your family, your neighborhood and any general question which concerns only you. So these questions are asked to make a candidate comfortable. Just try to answer in 2-3 sentences. Don't say one-word answers, because that will deduct your score. Now the second section, where the examiner will give you a card on which few questions will be written, like 4 or 5 questions will be written. Along with the card, the examiner will also give you a blank sheet and a pencil. She will ask you to think on the topic which is written on the card for 1 minute, and after 1 minute will ask you to now speak on that topic for 2 minutes. So in this 1 minute, what you have to do is read the questions which is there on the card and jot down the key points you're going to say in the next 2 minutes in the blank sheet. Once you are done and your 2 minutes starts, then you have to speak continuously for 2 minutes. Don't stop in between. Now the thing is, what if you stop? Because 2 minutes is nothing. Like when you speak naturally, 2 minutes passes within a click. But in IELTS exam, it may so happen that you feel the time has stopped, and you may end up finishing whatever you need to say before 2 minutes at suppose 1 minute 30 seconds. So if that kind of situation arises, don't worry, the examiner will gesture you to keep on speaking, and you have to do that. So if you completely stop within before 2 minutes, you are going to get your marks deducted. So the best practice for this section is sit in front of the clock and try to speak at length for 2 minutes. So after the second section, there will be a third section where the examiner will ask you questions based on the topic given on the card and based on what you said. So in this section also, when the examiner asks you questions, do not answer in 1 or 2 words like yes, no, maybe. If your answer is yes or no, try to add 2 or 3 sentences to describe why your answer is yes or no. So in case out of nervousness, if it so happens that you forget to say why it's yes or no from your end, the examiner will ask you why. Why do you think it's yes? Why do you think it's no? So these are the prompting which the examiner does to help you. See, the examiner in IELTS speaking are quite cooperative. They are not there to deduct your marks. They are there to listen to how you speak and what is the level of your speaking. So they'll try to help you in every possible way by cooperating and by saying and prompting you to speak more. What you have to do in the 15 minutes is to just keep on speaking. So this is the format of your exam, which lasts 15 minutes. Then comes, how do you prepare for it? The only way to prepare for IELTS exam is by practicing. Nothing will help you more than this. And I don't think you will need any formal coaching for speaking, because if you are from an English medium school or maybe have your second language is English, it's not hard. IELTS is not hard at all. So for speaking, what you do is you go to the internet. There will be a wide range of topics only for IELTS speaking. It may include science, it may include robotics, traveling, maybe any favorite subject, your hobby, history, anything. I mean, fashion also, food. So it has a wide range of variety, and you'll get all of the topics in internet. Now IELTS is a very costly exam. At my time it was around 16,000. So you should prepare well for such an exam, I think, and when it's as easy as speaking exam, which is of 15 to 20 minutes. Don't be lazy. Now let's come to some tips and tricks while giving the IELTS speaking exam. The first advice would be, try to speak at length. If you think you are speaking too much, you are not the person to judge. It's the examiner who will tell you to either stop or continue speaking. The next tip is, do not memorize. There is very rare chance of a topic coming common in IELTS, but even if it does, it's highly advised do not memorize, because if you do, the examiner will understand by your speech, because it will become monotonous maybe, and then they will deduct the marks. And why would they deduct marks if you memorize? Because then it does not tell the actual level of your English speaking skills if you're memorizing it. When you are speaking, give suitable number of pauses. Now don't pause for 30 seconds because that's wasting the speaking time. But pause while you are speaking, because in that way your pronunciation will become accurate, and you will also get enough time to think your next sentence while you speak. The next tip is always smile when you are speaking, because in that way it will convey the examiner which points is a lighter point and which points are serious topics you are talking on. Now use a lot of grammar, use different types of grammars, like different types of tenses, past, present, future, different types of past, different types of present, past participle, past perfect, whatever you know. For that you can practice Ren and Martin to get a good hold of it before your speaking exam, because that will be necessary for your writing and reading exam as well. Do not speak in monotone, because if you do, it will be very hard for the examiner to understand that which part of your speaking describes excitement, which part of your speaking describes sadness, or what is your in general feeling when you are talking about a particular topic. Avoid using any fillers. For example, when you speak, we tend to say a lot of like like this happened, like then what, like that, like those. So don't use the word like a lot. Don't use the word you know this happened, you know. So don't use this word you know. Don't use this thing of in the between of your sentences as a filler. Like, don't use filler, instead use pauses. Next is, do not fake your accent when you are speaking. Your examiner will be an Indian examiner, and she understands English accent, so you don't have to fake your accent, just you have to be fluent, use a lot of vocabulary, talk in length, and try to convey your ideas that you are thinking to the examiner, because this is an English speaking exam where they want to understand what's your grip on the language, not your accent. So this was all about IELTS speaking. If you like the video, click the thumbs up button. If you think you would need more information on exams required to go to UK or studies in UK in general, you can click the subscribe button to get more information, and share the video with your friends for whom you think the video will be useful for. Thank you, and see you in the next video with IELTS listening exam.